Hi, this is Tiffany Lorraine, the Resilient Mother with the Resilient Mother podcast, and I have another guest for us this month speaking on I Can, having a resilient attitude. And not only does she have a resilient attitude, she has a song called I Can that is also on the charts. So, with no further ado, here is Rachel Wilson. Please tell us about you.
Hi, everyone. I want to say again, Lorraine. Well, I'm calling you by your last name. Sorry, Tiffany Lorraine. But Tiffany, thank you so much for this opportunity. And this is just amazing. I just absolutely love about resilience. And then primarily this topic, I can. So that what a coincidence having a song out that's doing really well right now. Thank God. And then also this I can about resilience. So just a little bit about myself. I am a mother of four. Absolutely love being a mom. I've been a mom, believe it or not, for going on 25 years. I've been a mother. So I have a 24-year-old. He'll be 25 in August. And that has been a journey. It really has been, along with my other boys that I have raised, all boys. I've wanted a girl, but I have all boys. I'm also a pastor's wife. I've been pastoring along with my husband for 25 years, going on 26 years this coming April. And so that tells you a lot about the hats that I'm trying to wear, being very resilient and having that I can factor. And so also I'm a woman entrepreneur. I also am the founder and executive director of Girl Talk International. And 2023 makes our 14th year as a 501c3 organization as well. Yes. So hello, everybody.
Yay. Oh,
Yeah.
and just to really let you know, her song is on the gospel charts. I actually went after we first discussed it, went and listened to it myself, and it's good. You got to go listen, people. It's good. I could use that one every day to just get my day going and remember I can do this. So,
Yes, you can be resilient. Yeah.
everyone's a little different with this, so I love to start out with this question: is how would you define resilience?
Oh man, I would start with having that mindset in the mind, because a lot of times when we think of resilience, a lot of people think of work, 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 work. Let me do this, let me get that degree, but it's impossible to do that without the mind and having a thought mechanism, a shaping of your thoughts. So I would have to say that first resilient piece, and primarily we're even speaking about the I can part of the resilience is getting your mind, getting that mental toughness, just like we get out and we work out at a gym to get muscles and biceps and triceps for our, biceps and triceps, our arms. Many times people don't do mental workouts. So having a strong mind, I would have to go with it first. Definitely, most certainly.
I completely agree with you 100%. It starts on the inside. And I think
Yes.
some people are out of touch with the fact that they have a lot more control starting from the inside than they do. It's not just circumstances around us, it's the attitude that you have, it's the energy that you bring, and it's having the ability to open yourself up to possibilities and not get too stuck in black and white on what is possible. And so, yeah, it definitely has to start from within. How would you start from within to have that right mindset?
Well, one of the things, as you all heard me say, I'm a pastor's wife, so we believe putting God first. It's obviously we are shepherds and we shepherd God's people, but we also have taken it beyond that. It's not just about a location, a steeple, and a bunch of the people inside. It's about an educational center. So this logo I have on is actually the logo of our ministry, the center, because we don't really like to kind of like put it in more like a religious sector, more so as, and we teach the people there, listen, this is an educational center. This is a place where you come and learn. And if people see having ministry or putting God first is to educate us to be better citizens, we would not miss out on the community of being involved with churches. And so that is one of the things that I really, really do. I believe in putting him first, as a believer first. And it helps me in the mental faculties because it's something about the first. The first will always govern the rest. And I think because God created this beautiful earth, he created all these beautiful people, the nature, it's just right for the invention to respect the creator. And when you do that, it governs the rest. It makes me honor my husband. You know what I'm saying? To get that mental toughness and it makes me honor my children or take care of my home or anything that God has given me. But I definitely believe it's governed from the first. We have to honor first what God has given us first. And I believe it's like a trickling down effect. It comes down to everything else in our lives and in my life personally.
And so he's the source in a lot of ways. We all need to get in touch with the source of that power and that strength, because we only have so much we can do on our own, but we can do so much more when we include our God in what we do and let him be that power behind us. We still got to do the work. It's still work. We got to do the work. We can choose the attitude. We got to choose our words, our thoughts, our deeds. But Absolutely. If our hearts are in the right place with him, anything's possible. I totally believe in that.
I totally agree as well.
So there's times when I think maybe I can't do it on my own, but I know with the Lord I can. I believe it's that scripture in Philippians that I can do all things through Christ who strengtheneth me. I can attest to that for sure. It also gives me a better perspective of other people and what they're capable of and what their potential is, so that I can give them the ability to say, I can as well. And that's the kind of world I want to live in. I want to live in the world where we're like, you know what? Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Yeah. I want to be the person that people want to be around. You know, like, let me say it this way. I want to be the type of person that I would like to hang with. And if you don't like yourself, and if I don't believe I can, I don't think beautiful Tiffany is want to hang with me and go to the mall, you know, because she's like, oh my God, this girl has a negative energy. So you have to really think about it out there, everyone that's listening, and ladies primarily, you know, really think about, be careful with your word content. Be careful with your thought life. Be careful what we do, because it does really matter. It matters. It really affects everyone around you. And I really want to be somebody that, you know, I would like to hang around. So that makes me more cautious. It doesn't mean that I'm not human and I don't make mistakes and I don't have flaws, you know, and characteristic flaws. But being mindful, that goes back to the mind, being mindful that, okay, Rachel, put a smile on your face. That could be offensive. You know, don't let what you're going through bleed into what you're doing right now. So yes.
I love that. Mindful, intentional, connect with the source. I think too, just be responsible for the energy that you bring. Realize that whatever energy you bring, like we're both bringing the energy into this. I can feel it.
Absolutely.
I love it. But that's everywhere you go, whether it's a Zoom room or an in-person meeting, you're bringing energy, whether you realize it or not. So why not choose intentionally what energy you're going to bring? And just own it. You know, I'm silly, I'm goofy. I dance in a lot of these Zoom rooms and get people going because I see them just staring at a blank screen. I can't help myself. I'm like, come on, let's move. Let's get into this. If I'm going to be here, I'm going to be engaged and I'm going to be present. You should too. So and the great thing is,
forget that scripture where it says God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that we know that one, but then we forget the scripture. I think most of us know that one, that God, his number one thing, and I'm paraphrasing it right now because I'm going fast, but God's number one thing, he came that we might have life and that more abundantly. And so we forget that he's a God, that he created life. It's obviously he wanted us to enjoy our life. And I think that it's a false narrative that's portrayed out many times about God. That's a lot of people shun him, or they feel like he's just this judgmental, the God of the can't do's. But remember, he created life. And so any inventor that creates something, it's for the enjoyment of the creation. And so I really, really enjoy my life. I love to laugh and have fun. I love positive energy, and I love to give that as well. Yes.
And I think what you're talking about are guidelines, and we all need some guidelines in our lives, but those things actually protect us. Having boundaries around our energy and what lights us up and what keeps us full is not a bad thing. And so some of the guidance that we're given is for our best. It's meant for us to have joy. I mean, the price was already paid. We're supposed to be joyful, spreading the word and spreading the joy that, you know, yes, we make mistakes, but guess what? Somebody already paid the price for that because they love you. And I think the I Can attitude's all about love too, because when you come from a source of love, that's a place of possibility and power that really it doesn't fail. I mean, it's that saying, charity never faileth. When your heart is in the right place and you do something without expectation, without being attached to the outcome, you just do it because of love And because you know you can give love in all
Yes.
circumstances, you can give love. There's very few places that that isn't true. You know you've done what you're meant to do, and the rest you got to leave up to the sources that be, and you got to let it go because it's not in your hands. Sometimes we're just planting seeds, and even if we're just planting seeds of good attitude and we're just planting good seeds of joy, that's a start. And what somebody chooses to do with it after that, that's their choice. But your choice is what you're doing in this moment and what you can do. So
Yes, yes, and I can be resilient, so I
yes.
think you can't hide your love and your happiness. It's hard to put on the fake because people are really real and they can really see through realness. They can really see through fake, if that makes any sense. So, just know that for those of you that are out there listening, listen, people need you. Really, people really need your smile today. They really need to see that through all that you've been through, you still have joy. You really can smile and you're excited. You're so grateful. And so I want to encourage you all, like even with that resilient piece for me that keeps my mind like really just focused is keeping a grateful heart. Like I don't wake up saying, oh my God, when is God going to do this? And when he's going to do that? Sure. Is there things I still need God to do and want him to do in the future that I'm believing for as far as my projected goals? Absolutely. But it's never a day that I don't wake up with a grateful heart. If he never do another thing for this chick right here, he's already done enough. That's a grateful heart. Yes.
Yeah, gratitude is so helpful because I think we can miss the details of our lives. We can get caught up in comparison. We can get caught up on, I will be happy when this happens, or I will have a good attitude when this happens. Well, if you hold on to that, you're limiting your own joy. You're limiting what you can do in the moment while you're waiting. But you don't arrive when you get married or when you have the degree or whatever it is you're waiting for. Stop waiting. Just choose it now. It's like that meme of someone's holding this little jar of happiness and the other person's like, where'd you get that? I created it. Oh, yeah, people, you create it. So.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I like that. I like that. I like that. But it's so true. It's so true. And just know that all of us have that I can factor. We can do it. And I do what I do right now. And I try to do it well. And it's always through having a grateful heart and thankful because I know where God brought me from. I know the mountains I've had to climb. And as you said, even previously, like it's really like challenging. You didn't say these actual words, but it's kind of rare to find people that's really grateful. Most people are always complaining, but it's very rare to hear people just saying, I'm just grateful to be alive. I'm grateful I survived COVID. I'm grateful I survived cancer. I'm grateful I survived the car wreck. I mean, it's so many things that we've all survived because we're all survivors, obviously. But how many of us are really grateful and we gravitate? There should be a gravitational pull to being grateful rather than complaining, So that really just helps me in my resilience to stay resilient, to stay flexible, and to keep that I can. Like, I can't, that's an insult to me, you know what I'm
Well, and I think what you're talking about too is you have to experience the opposites. You have to realize life is going to be experiencing those opposites. You're going to experience lows so you can appreciate the highs. And that's just part of the way that we go. You wouldn't know joy if you didn't know sadness. You just wouldn't know the difference. And so once you've experienced some lows in life, it's part of life. It's so that you don't take things for granted. There are some things in my life I definitely can't take for granted. Are things perfect in my world? No, but I have a lot of things to be grateful for, and that's enough. And you have to let it be enough. And then more comes because you have the right attitude and the right resilience.
And you're going to draw what you are. So like if you, just like you said, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, excellent. Go.
But yes, just like a lot of people don't understand. And so for some of you guys listening out here, you're only going to draw who you are. You're only going to draw your level of graduation. So if you have graduated from complaining, a whole new life is going to be it's going to hold another gravitational pull, new friends, new connections, new opportunities, promotions, because you're carrying a different type of honor and respect and agape. You're carrying a different type of energy that's here as a creation. There are certain things that we lock down. There are blessings and opportunities that are closed down, not because it's this big devil doing all of these things. You would be surprised. It's a lot of things the devil's not doing, a lot of things we're doing because we have an ungrateful heart. So I just want to encourage you guys out there, listen, about being resilient. It's all about getting like this phenomenal program here with Tiffany Lorraine is amazing. You need to subscribe, you need to like, you need to go ahead and get connected, share this, push her name out there. And I'm not just saying this, I'm saying literally because it's a positive platform. It is an amazing platform that can be your get up in the morning, type of breakfast, mental breakfast. Your mind needs to eat positivity and affirmations and see other women that have trumped negativity. Like we're not like fully immersed in negativity. We're fully immersed in gratefulness and positivity. That is why so many things are going to be gravitated towards Tiffany Lorraine and myself. It's not because we're better than anybody, but let's just be honest. If you're resilient with the I can factor, you can make better decisions. Really, you'll be making.
I think we're just talking about living at a higher vibration. Like there's these vibrations in the world, and there's literally sounds in music that have different frequencies and vibrations, and some of them are very healing. Well, some of them are also attracted to each other, and that's what creates this harmony and this beautifulness in life. And so when somebody unlocks being, we're music people, and so when that harmony happens, that frequency, that vibration, it really resonates. I mean, when a voice that is lined up correctly, that's why an opera singer can sing over an entire orchestra. It's just because they've lined up everything properly to where their voice has more vibration than all those instruments. That's why it carries over the top. And so being really resilient is being able to carry over the top of any obstacle that comes your way, any difficulty that comes your way. But you do have to fill yourself. So I totally agree with you, Rachel, that people like you, people like me, we're putting stuff out there because we want to help fill other people's cup. Because we know ourselves, we've been through stuff, we've been empty, we've had our lows, and we know that we had to go learn what filled us up. We had to go find those things that kept us full so we can give. And then we just want to give it to everybody else now.
Yes, that's right.
With us. Get on the party train. Come be on this joy train with us. So
that's why you're so amazing, and you've been doing this show, and that's so powerful. You just hit it. You just really hit the pulse of this, because when people are filled up, because there's people right now that saying, I want to do what Rachel's doing. I want to do what Tiffany's doing. I want to be a spokesperson. But sometimes you have to get filled up first. It's not, it wouldn't be fun if there was a pitcher of water in front of me and I'm thirsty, but it's empty. So you don't want to just be that empty pitcher that's out saying a bunch of stuff and you have no water to give. I am so addicted to helping people because I'm so full. I'm so fulfilled in life. I did not say that I don't have ups and downs in my marriage with my kids. I've been through all types of things that you wouldn't believe in my life, but it's hard to put more into a pitcher that's already full. So I'm full of gratefulness. I'm full of God. I'm full of learning where my love should be at. I'm really fulfilled in God. Therefore, I don't put all of those unrealistic expectations anymore on my husband to love me and do this and heal me and restore me and fill me and, do all these things. Now, that wasn't my story when I first got married. I made my husband God. I'm like, he needs to do everything to make me happy. If he didn't go to the movies with me, I'm like, oh my God, we can't do anything together. We have to be, he was like my God, really. That's the way I viewed, he had to make me happy. But, after 27 years of marriage, you learn, and I learned how to lean on God through all of my ups and downs and realize, oh my God, if my husband really could fulfill me in all these areas, it wouldn't be any place for God. So it taught me, there's some things pain will teach you to say, you know what, maybe I should have invested more in God than I did a relationship. There's nothing wrong with a relationship, but sometimes we kind of break the protocol. We don't put God first. So life and pain taught me how to put God first. Rachel, no, get fulfilled in God first. Get fulfilled in being grateful and honor him and give the agape back, give the reciprocity back to what God gave you. Get your fulfillment in that area, and then love your husband from that vessel. Don't expect him to do all of these things because he, like you, is still being made whole. We're all on our journey. We're all broken in some area. And it taught me how to grow up and mature as a woman and not put that stress on my husband that be all of that. So I'm a very fulfilled person. And the pulse that Tiffany has hit on this beautiful program is to feed you all and show you all, listen, this is why both of us do what we do. I'm not on here because I'm just a special chick and I'm the bomb.com, but I am all of that through Christ. But it's because I really have passion. And as she said, I have something to give back. I'm so fulfilled and happy every day. Like there's not a day that I don't get up and I'm happy. Now I have bad news, people die in my family, all kind of stuff happen around me that I can't control, but that has nothing to do what's in me. I'm already filled. I'm already happy. And so I'm usually the one encouraging everyone else through the deaths. I'm the one singing at the funeral. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I'm the one I just recently done this. We had 2 lost in a couple of close friends' families that passed. I'm the one that got them up early and took them to breakfast to pour into them, to put, to bring life into them because I have so much to give and I'm so fulfilled in God that I can be the one to say, listen, what can I do to serve you? I'm so filled. I can serve you. I've been here. I've lost 2 brothers. I've lost nieces and nephews, and I've lost a lot of family members, and I'm still full. My glass is not empty. So thank you so much for the opportunity just to be on here to give some of the water that I have on a daily basis in being resilient.
It's my honor having you here. It's this perfect energy and the synergy that's what this is meant to go out and to touch others' lives. Absolutely. If you had to define your life in one moment for the I can attitude, what would that story be?
Unstoppable. I am a very unstoppable person. And I found that out about me. And it's funny because I come from a background of being the shy girl that used to cry in class. If the teacher asked me anything, everybody knew me as a shy girl. I didn't speak. But through life and through pain and through process, there was something that opened and it was a sound that came out of me. And I didn't know that I didn't have the capabilities to talk. I didn't know I had the capabilities to write or to sing or to teach or to motivate, but pressure brought that out. And so there were times where I was under pressure in school. And next thing I know, I'm standing up in the classroom and I'm saying all of this stuff. And I'm like having this outer body experience, like, who is this chick? But it came through pressure. And I have gone through some things, Tiffany, that have literally crushed what you would think the life out of me, but it birthed life out of me. It birthed words out of me. It birthed poems out of me, songs out of me. I thought the pressure was so hard that I thought it would crush and kill me, but it is the thing that healed me. It's the thing that was able to give rhema or to give breath to other people. And so that unstoppable piece, I found that out that, Rachel, wait a minute, you work better under pressure. So I used to pray against the pressure. I say, God, just remove this, God, just make this better. Just do this, just move all of these weights. And he's like, I'm trying to get you to bench. Hey, chick, I'm trying to get you to bench the pressure, but I'm trying to get rid of the pressure. He's like, no. You're a heavyweight champion and you're going to do a lot of things in the world. You're going to really help women. And you're telling me to get rid of the weight, but it is the pressure that's going to build the mechanism of you having the resilience. And this is what this is about. If you don't have no resilience, you have no muscles. You get no benefits out of weights. And so God, through my life, Tiffany, have really been putting the weights on me, really. And I promise you, I thought it was going to kill me, but I also saw things unleash out of me that change the trajectory of other people's lives under that pressure. I'm like, oh my God, this pressure makes sense. Look at the strength how did I make it through that? Losing my baby brother, I had my baby brother passed like about 6 years ago, 5 or 6 years ago. He got murdered in prison. He was 31 years old and it was by the guards. And so this is a big thing. And although that's something so tragic and crushing, I might have cried like 2 times over it and I went through an internalizing and grieving. But after that, I was back good because he had got his life together. He had forgave who he needed to forgive. He had got back connected to the Father first. He had got back connected with the family. And it was like an overwhelming peace that came on me. And it was like that that resilience of, listen, I'm unstoppable. My brother's death will not stop my success. And I want to say that because there are some people that died with their grandmother. They died with their mother. And I do understand that we're all on different, scales of grief. But I just come to say that, listen, you can have resilience and you can be unstoppable. And what has pushed me has been the pressure to say, look, why die now? I can't bring my brother back, but I can allow this pain to be bottled up to serve to someone. If I survive this pain is going to be really priceless to put in a bottle and share my story. And that is why I'm so happy to share that now. Like, since my brother had passed, like, I don't grieve, I don't break down. We share things about him, but it's good memory. And I'm not bragging, trying to be braggadocious, but I'm just trying to show you that resilience from the pressure of my life. Like, I benched it. You know what I'm saying, Tiffany? Girl, yeah. I love my sister. You my
Raise
sister.
You up. Yeah.
Benching stuff. And I want to encourage you guys out there. Listen, it's time to bench. Don't get angry and get mad and try to throw all the weights away and say, why am I going through this? Why am I going through this? Oh my God, you don't love me. God, are you really here? Just bench it. Just trust. Just trust that person that's over you watching you bench it. That's God. Just trust the process that he's putting weights on because he know it's in you to be a heavyweight champion. So I would have to say unstoppable. Yes.
You're making me think of a couple things. I think I'm thinking of the scripture, many are called, but few are chosen. Sometimes we're in the moment and we're like, I don't know about this, God. I don't know. Even Moses said, you want me to go speak? I mumble. Me? Who, me? You want me? Yes, you. Why not you? And if you're going through something hard and you're having adversity, there's a reason. It's because you're special and you have a mission and you have something to do. And that's what Rachel was just talking about, is growing into the potential of who God sees you to be. And he can see everything and we can only see very little. So we got to trust that sometimes we think we know what we want, but he knows what we need, because he knows who we need to become. He knows who we need to serve and who's waiting for us. And I also like to say that I would rather have my heart broken open with empathy for my fellow humanity than to be naive to their depth of pain. I feel like the people who are the most authentic today, the people who are the leaders, the helpers, have been able to take whatever that mess is and make it a message, or take that moment and define it and make it something that inspires and motivates others, which is exactly what you were just talking about. And I was just moved by it because you're like, this doesn't stop me. I am unstoppable. Nothing's going to stop me. I know I'm on a mission. I know I have a calling. I know I have a voice. Maybe I didn't know what it was once, but I know now and I'm going to use it.
Yes. Yes, I can. You guys can. You can, Tiffany.
Yes, absolutely.
All things through Christ that strengthen us. Absolutely.
Yes, amen to that. I've absolutely loved our discussion. Could you tell us a little bit of the Girls Talk International, some of the things you're doing, how people could get involved and reach out to you?
Absolutely. And so you all see it on this beautiful screen here, girltalkinternational.com. Again, I'm the executive director of Girl Talk International, and it's something that was given to me, and it was birthed out of passion 14 years ago, just to serve and help women, not for me to be put on display. It's never, ever been about me. It's always been my pleasure to serve other women. And so we have had this organization here for 14 years to just serve the community of women. We have a culture, we have a community of women where we help educate them, get them prepared for education. We have women that's going through all type of healing, some through domestic violence, some through divorce, some through rape, some through molestation, like women from all walks of life that come together, that gather together, that are trying to heal and are being restored through Girl Talk International. So we have a plethora of testimonies, and that's what it's all about. It's just about, if I can just, each one can just reach one, that's worth everything that I'm doing. It's all about reaching that one. And if there's someone that's interested, you're more than happy to get connected to Girl Talk International. We have sponsors. There are some people out there that say, look, I want to be a part of Girl Talk. I want to be a part of something where somebody is helping other people. Most certainly get connected to Tiffany Lorraine. Listen, these are the women that you want to put really in your, put her down, put her number, her information down, because she has a real story. She has a real life. I just can't do fake. I cannot do fake. I'm sorry, I can't do it. It's time for women to gravitate and support women that are real, you can just tell people that are real. They have real ministries. They're not about themselves. They're not bougie. They're not like trying to be all over, like they're something, they're trying to display themselves, but it's really just real organic and real stuff that we're doing that are cutting edge. And so I want to encourage you all to connect. And then at Rachel M. Wilson 44 is just my basic information, dealing with all of my social media platforms and everything that I'm doing. But connect with Girl Talk. It is an amazing connection just for women. And so I'm excited about that. Yes.
If you need an anthem, go find her song I Can on that as well. I'm going to plug it again because I just love it so much. So I definitely want you to go find that. Well, look at this beautiful friendship. And we just met over Zoom, people. Like, there are people out there. There's positive out there. You just got to choose it, and then you got to go find it. But we're out here, and we want to lift you up, and let's lift each other up, and let's make the world a better place and more resilient, and get this message out that I can. All right. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you next time. Take care.